Using the pen tool in Photoshop. You'd use the pen tool if you wanted to cut out part of an image and insert that or use it in the artwork you were creating. So in order to do that, the first thing you need to do is set up your desktop. Let's get rid of this. Now on your desktop you need to have the navigator window, you need to have the paths window, and you need to have the history window. So if they're not already there, you need to choose them from the list as is shown on the window, on the desktop at the moment. Now if you're selecting a part of an artwork, you need to be able to see this part you're drawing, in this case, very clearly. So it's important to use the navigator window, like so, to actually enlarge the bit that you're tracing. Now you can use the navigator window and obviously move around using this part of the navigator window, or you can hold the space bar and move around by holding the left mouse button in at the same time. So the first thing, make sure you've got an enlarged, clear view of what you wish to trace or to cut out. Now obviously an image will have either straight lines or curved lines or a combination of both. So first we're going to just go through how you're going to cut out a section using straight lines. First of all, you need to create a path. So in the paths window you would drop this using the little drop down arrow. You need to click onto new path. It's very important to name the selection so that you can understand which selection is which later on. Otherwise you're just going to have path 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So in this case we've got an Adobe logo, and I'm going to concentrate on actually cutting out the red sections. So I would maybe call this one maybe the left triangle. Once you've named it, then we need to choose the pen tool. So if you hold it in with the left mouse button, hold it, you'll get a selection of different pen tool options. Now to create a good outline, really all you need is the pen tool at the top. So let's select that. And now to draw a straight line, it's very simple, matter of a left click on the area that you can see clearly because you've enlarged it, and then another click at the next corner. Now because this line here is actually horizontal, I can hold the shift button in and it'll ensure that it is a true horizontal. This angle I'm not sure about, so I'm just going to click to the bottom. But this one is a vertical, so I'm going to hold the shift key in and join my shape. Now if you have a careful look, you'll see as it hovers over this little rubber band box at the top, you can see a little O appearing, and that means I'm right on the correct spot to actually join the shape. And I've finished. This is obviously a very simple shape. Then you need to go to the name of your path, in this case left triangle, right click on it, and then you make the selection. It's like sealing the job. Press OK here, and you can see that it begins to hover and your selection is complete. Then you would obviously go on to the next little bit. So you need to deselect by choosing select from the top menu, and then choose deselect, or Control D is another option. So now I'm going to make another one. I would go to paths, make sure that's open, and click onto new path, name it, we might call it the middle shape, and the pen tool I've already got. So start the selection. I'm not sure if that's a 45-degree line or not, so I'm just going to click. Now this line here I know is a horizontal, so I'm going to hold the shift and then it'll ensure a nice horizontal. Same with this one, hold the shift, and now I need to make sure I'm connecting it nicely. You can see that little 0 is hovering with the pen tool, so if I hold shift and get the little 0, I've got the selection. Now to seal it into your work, you're sure you've got the whole lot, you right click on the name of your path, then you click make selection, choose OK, and it'll start to hover and you know you've done it correctly. And that's how to use the pen tool to create straight lines. Easy. To draw curved lines using the pen tool, I've chosen a different logo to demonstrate this. First of all, again, make sure you can view the section that you want to draw. Just going back to this, we've got two shapes that we might want to cut out. So let's draw the small one first. In order to see it properly, go into your navigator window and let's make sure that it's large and visible, clearly visible on the screen. Using the pen tool again, select that, go to paths, a new path needs to be created, and I'm going to call this one leaf because it's the tiny leaf up the top, and we're going to actually draw curved lines. Start by clicking with a left mouse click, and then I'm going to go right up to the top, but instead of just letting go with the mouse button, I'm actually dragging and holding the left mouse button in to create the curve that I would like to create. Now you can see it's moving. That can be quite difficult to work with, so you need to be careful and make sure you've got an adequate zoom situated, just organised on your desktop. Now I can see that my anchor point isn't going to allow me the correct shape. So if you make a mistake, the best thing is to just go Control Z straight away, and you've got the initial anchor point, start again. The other way to change that would be to go to the history window and just click above the one that's actually highlighted. So let's just do that now, and that's another way to start again. So now this time I'm going to click somewhere over here and hold the left mouse button in until I get the curve where I want it. Control Z again, still too far. So this will take a little bit of practice till you get the right curve. Let's say I'm happy with that. Then you can just go straight on to the next section and hold the left mouse button in until you're happy with that curve, and keep going around the shape until you get the desired shape. You can see that I've got a bit of problem here. I can't get a nice point. So what you need to do now is hit the Alt button and hold it in, and then click back to this anchor point. And you can see that the little handles disappeared and you've got a point. Let's see if we can do it better. So we've got a click and a drag,